Hi, I'm Luke from Korg. Welcome to your first 5 minutes on the KingKORG NEO. Let's get started. Okay, so this is what you get in the box. KingKORG NEO synth, most importantly of course. Product manual with a coupon for some cool software. KA390 UK power supply. And a microphone, which is an XLR input, ready to do some vocoding. Okay, let's power it up. Okay, so we're nearly ready to go. We've got the power connected, we've got the audio connected via these two jacks here, left and right. You can also monitor directly from headphones, should you wish, as well. Let's power on. So once it's booted up, let's have a look how to select your sounds first of all. So they're in categories here. So as you can see, you've got synth sounds, lead sounds, bass sounds. We can go to leads. Select a sound. If you want to change sound, just use the dial here. So you've got loads of different leads. If you want to go into a different category, say pads, just select that, and then you can again change your pad sounds. If you want to switch octave, you can go down and then up. And you've also got a pitch bend mod wheel here, so you can change the pitch up and down. And as you can see, lots of controls on here, but it's laid out very logically. So you've got your oscillator section and your filter section, both with dedicated screens, which is super useful. You've got your amp control, which is your volume effectively for that sound. You've got your effects section, each of which can be just turned on and off by pushing these knobs and then altered underneath. And then each sound has up to 3 oscillators, which you can just toggle through on this button here. And it tells you on this screen what that oscillator is. So that's your basic waveform. And then if you press this knob here, you can actually toggle between the different types of waveforms. So you've got analog modeled ones, you've got digital ones, you've got PCM or sample based ones, and then you've got your vocoder mic in as well. Once you select a category, you can just go through by turning the dial here. So it's really nice to have a dedicated screen for that, as it is for your filter as well. So if you've got your filter on a particular setting, you can change the cutoff, but by using the screen here, you can check out one of the 18 different filter models. So these buttons can actually double up as your favorites as well. So you just press favorites there, and then you can see in bank A here we've got some preloaded, but if you press favorites again, you get into other banks which are blank, and you've actually got 5 in total, A, B, C, D and E. So in bank B there, they're all initialized sounds, but if I want to assign a sound to one of those favorites, you can just turn the knob there and then select one, press right, and then that particular sound is saved to that favorite. You've actually got 2 parts, or timbres as we call them, in the KingKORG NEO, A and B. So you can get sounds like this where you've got a layer of 2 completely different things going on. So we can easily just take that second sound and use the amp knob there to take it out. And whichever one of these is lit, that's the one that you're currently editing. So as you see, I change that. This oscillator section will change, for instance, so you can see what waveform is used on each timbre. You've also got an arpeggiator built in, which is super handy for creating some motion to your sounds. So to use it, just select a sound, turn on the arp button there, and it'll start arpeggiating a sound. If you hold down shift and press ARP, it'll tell you by these page buttons what's going on with it, what the tempo is, whether it's latched, which timbre it's assigned to, the type of arpeggiator pattern, the resolution, gate time. You can add swing. There's all sorts of different things you can do to the arpeggiator pattern and then resave that, and it'll all be remembered. If at any time you want to have an initialized sound, which means a sound with everything stripped back to build a sound from scratch, you can easily do that. Just scroll through to the end of the presets and there's lots of initialized programs. Or if you want to do it from an existing sound, just press page. But if you go to the very end, there's a miscellaneous section where you've got initialized program as a function. Just press the dial, press it again, and it'll initialize that particular sound that you're on, and then you're ready to start building from scratch. Also, if you need to do a factory reset, you can easily do that. Just hold down Shift and press Program. That takes you into global mode. Again, if you go into the miscellaneous section, you can see you've got load preload there. If you press the dial, it'll give you the choice between program, global, or all data. So if you want to do everything, just press the knob and again, and then it'll do its thing, and then you're ready to go again from scratch. Okay, so let's have a quick look at setting up to use the vocoder. The mic came included, so let's plug that in. Just an XLR input there. It's a gooseneck mic, so you can just bend it to wherever is most comfortable, and then we're ready to go. So what you need to do is select a sound that's going to make this work, and there's lots of presets in there ready to go. You need to go into the sound effect vocal category, and then if you scroll through past the sound effects, eventually you'll come to some vocoder type sounds. Mr. Vocoder, for example. In order to use it, make sure this button is pressed. This is the level of the mic input. I normally have it about 3/4. What that means is now I can talk into the mic, play some keys, and it'll be a vocoder. This is the KingKORG NEO. Simple as that. So connection-wise, we've already seen the vocoder, which is connected via this standard XLR jack, which is actually really useful because you could plug in a different kind of microphone if you wanted to, or any audio device to use as a modulator for the vocoder, which is pretty cool. Other connections on the back, we've already looked at the power and the audio outs and the headphones, but we've also got a damper pedal you can plug in for sustaining notes, and also a second switch for a pedal, which can be used for a volume pedal or a switch. And you've got USB, so you can connect to a computer that way, so you can connect to a DAW for recording, and you've got standard MIDI as well for connecting to any other keyboard or module out there. So there you go, that's your first 5 minutes on the KingKORG NEO.